Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the rest of you. We would like to welcome you to beautiful Athens, Ohio, and the campus of Ohio University at the Convocation Center for tonight's Division II boys regional semifinals. It's the Sweet 16, where your Meadowbrook Colts come in with a record of 20-6. Will take on the number 4 ranked team in the state of Ohio, Division II, the Fairland Dragons, who come in with a record of 22-3. Congratulations to John Glenn. If you missed the first game tonight of our doubleheader, a convincing 65-29 victory over Unioto. And now we're set, the Sweet 16, a big game. And if you come to Athens to televise a big game, you better bring a big mouth with you. I've done that. My partner tonight, he's my teammate, my sidekick, the one, the only, Bill Kafuri. And Bill, hey, Muskies, wow.
Well, I tell you what, the Muskies came out on fire. They shot over 60% in the first half, knocking down eight threes in that opening half, and ran away, literally ran away from Uniota and never looked back. 65-21 was the or 65-29 was the final score. Unbelievable performance. They played like they've been here before.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if it would have been a prize fight, they would have stopped it in the first round, because John Glenn raced out, I believe, 15-0 and just never looked back. In fact, got the running clock going in the second half.
We got to witness the new rule in action for the first time in Ohio, that if the score gets above 35 or higher, you get a running clock, and the last 3 or 4 minutes of that game were a running clock, which is kind of unusual to see the clock running when teams are shooting free throws, but that's exactly what happened. Now, you know, can Guernsey County area pull the double duke tonight, and the Colts pick up a W2?
Yeah, and I tell you what, Meadowbrook getting here off Saturday night's victory at Muskingum University before a packed house. They delivered what many people considered an upset over the Zanesville Blue Devils, the ECOL champs, and maybe Meadowbrook's best game of the season. And Meadowbrook's going to have to bring that tonight to take on the Fairland Dragons. The Dragons last year, BK, they were Division III. They made it to the state semis. They returned everybody but one, and they've just had a dynamite season, led by Player of the Year, 6'8" Colin Van Horn.
Yeah, they had one loss last year. Of course, as you said, that came in the state semifinals. They finished 26-1 a year ago. Move up a division and have all of those juniors that made that trip last year come back this year as seniors. They've had a lot of success on this court, obviously, working their way through here in the regional last year. They play their districts in this area, so they'll kind of feel at home a little bit. They beat Berlin Highland on this floor last year in the regional finals to make it to the Final Four.
And we talked about how Meadowbrook got here with their magical win over Zanesville Saturday night. Last Friday night, Fairland took on Fairfield Union, trailed by as many as 18 points early in the second half, kept chipping away, got the game to overtime, and then was able to pull out a 66-60 victory.
Yeah, the Colts are going to have their work certainly cut out for them here tonight. Going to play a very large team and certainly a very experienced one. But, you know, they've been playing their best basketball here at the end of the year. The last 3 tournament games, the Colts have been clicking from the outside, hitting on all cylinders. You know, we've seen Singleton now score his 1,000th point, and I believe tonight, 2 points away from the season record.
Yes. And Trey Singleton, expect him to be big again tonight. As the big players come up in big games, and you can definitely count on him. Well, thanks for joining us on WILE 97.7, as well as we're being streamed on YouTube on YRP TV. So I tell you what, we're here at the Convo. We're going to step aside, take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have more of the pregame. It's Meadowbrook and Fairland. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
ABC Sports presents Meadowbrook High School Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Stoney's RV Center, Meadowbrook Bingo Boosters, Basic Systems, B&B Body Shop and Towing, and Mortallero McDonald's. Tonight's game continues after this. Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. Meadowbrook Bingo supports students that are in the band and athletics in the Rolling Hills School District. Bingo is held on Thursdays, doors open at 5 with the game starting at 6. And on Sundays, doors open at noon and bingo starts at 1:30. Good luck, Colts, in tonight's game. Basic Systems on Caddis Road in Cambridge is a full-service consulting engineering firm. They design and construct new projects or major upgrades to existing structures. Their team of experts design and lay out the best plan for success.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. And remember, B&B Body Shop and Towing is the area's Hertz rental car location. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
Mortallero McDonald's congratulates the Meadowbrook Colts on a winning season. Treat yourself to a Shamrock Shake and a Big Mac after the game, or pick from the $1 menu. Mortallero McDonald's on Main Street in Byesville and open 24 hours a day on both Southgate Parkway and East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge.
BK, Meadowbrook, underdog going into this game. A lot of people think Fairland was probably the favorite here out of the four. What's a couple of things Meadowbrook's going to have to do to advance and play John Glenn Saturday?
And I like the Colts can play a lot of different styles. We've seen them go up tempo. They can slow it down in the half court, make you chase them around a little bit. But I think one of the keys for the Colts is certainly going to be handling the ball and shooting it well from the perimeter. And maybe getting a little bit of transition. Proctorville, Fairland is a bit larger. Obviously, they're going to go 6'8". 6'5". I got a couple of 6'3" guys. So if you can make those guys run the floor a little bit and open up the court a little bit, I think the Colts are going to have maybe a little bit of an advantage with their quickness.
And BK, breaking down game film of the Dragons, their starters are dynamite, very experienced. They're not a very deep team. What did Meadowbrook do so successful to get off to a good start against Zanesville? They got the Blue Devils in foul trouble. That could be key tonight as well.
Yeah, I think Coach Tolles to change things up a little bit against the Blue Devils and went to a little what he called a T and one, and he was able to get Zanesville a little bit frustrated. We saw in the opening game tonight, John Glenn came out shooting the ball extremely well from the perimeter. That frustrated Uniota, and they never really did get on track. If the Colts can do that similar kind of action here to start this second half, maybe jump out on top, knock down some big threes, and put the pressure on Fairland. Because, as you said, they got to be feeling the pressure as one of the top-seeded teams in the state coming in here and expected to win.
And remember, the Dragons, they trailed by as many as 18 in the district finals against Fairfield Union. So if they get down, they're not going to panic. But, BK, you made a great point. Hey, if you hit some shots early, it really relaxes you. And, boy, your defense – head coach Gene Ford used to always tell me, it's amazing how much better your defense gets when you're making shots because you're bringing energy to the other end.
Well, and key Colts tonight, certainly Davis Black. He's been playing really well in the tournament. Not only hitting the board, he's had a couple of double-doubles. So he's going to pound the boards a little bit on both ends, but he's getting points inside and outside. And we've talked about Singleton. All you can talk about him. He can do anything that he needs to do to keep his team in this game. But, the X factor sometimes can be Peyton Neff. Teams have been disrespecting him a little bit, letting him shoot the ball, letting him stand outside the arc, and he's made him pay for that a little bit. And Bobby Faco can do the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. McCall off the bench as well. And Easton Black, he's kind of the heartbeat of this team. He's going to have to stay out of foul trouble because he's going to be guarding some guys who can flat out score the basketball inside the paint.
Yeah, you wonder sometimes. Both teams have certainly had their chance to come down here and practice, but there's going to be nerves. There's going to be some jitters to start things out a little bit. I think maybe which team settles down first and gets their feet firmly settled in it, gets into that tempo of the game, might have an advantage tonight.
And the one thing, the Dragons coached by Nathan Speed, that's how fitting is that, because this team, they play with a lot of speed. And, of course, Coach Scooter Tolsta under the direction for Meadowbrook. So it's going to be a magical night here, Sweet 16. John Glenn's moved on to the Elite Eight. Can Meadowbrook do it? I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to step aside, send it back to AVC World Headquarters, and when we come back, we'll get you set for the starting lineup and the opening tip between Meadowbrook and Fairland. We'll be right back.
Please remember the athletes competing here tonight are friendly rivals and members of opposing teams, as are many others in other locations around the state of Ohio leading to the state championship. The officials assigned to our game have been selected by the basketball coaches in Ohio through a system approved by the Board of Control. Our officiating team this evening: Rick Barnes, Ronald Hanna, Mike Burwell, and Andrew Darrow as the alternate. They combined for nearly 62 years of basketball officiating experience. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Request to regard them as such and so treat them in keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship. Remember, just as you expect sportsmanship on the court, they expect sportsmanship in the stands. Y'all been here before. You know what we got to say about time. It's not daily time, it's not Pacific time, it's not mountain time. There's only one time in the Convo, and that time, well, it's basketball 30. Let's go to our starting lineups. Introducing first the starters for the Dragons of Fairland. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 0, Isaiah Howell. A 6'1" senior guard, wearing number 1, Top State. A senior guard also standing, 6'1", number 3, Luke Thomas. In the post at 6'8", he's a senior, number 10, Colin Van Oar. And a 6-foot senior guard wearing number 13, Kendrick Cunningham. Nathan Speed is the head coach. You hear the mark at 22 and 3. And now, wearing their home whites, introducing the starters for the Colts of Meadowbrook. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 3, Trey Singleton. A 5'10" junior guard. He's number 5. He's Peyton Neff. Your senior forward, standing 6 foot tall, wearing number 10, Bobby Fago. In the post, the junior at 6'5", number 22, Davis Black.
Thomas, 6'8", senior, Colin Van Horn, and the 6-foot senior, Kendrick Cunningham. So it'll be Cunningham, Thomas, Van Horn, Staten, and Howe. Your starting lineup for the Meadowbrook Colts: 5'11" senior, Trey Singleton; 5'9" junior, Peyton Neff; 6-foot senior, Bobby Faco; 6'5" senior, Davis Black; and 6'2" senior, Easton Black. So Easton, Davis, Faco, Neff, and Singleton. It will be Van Horn and Davis Black.
Colts get to wear their home uniforms tonight.
And there's the ball tipped, and it is controlled by the Dragons and their point guard, Staten. He'll give it over to Howe, who'll jack up a deep three, not even close. Rebound run down by Staten. Saves it to Thomas. Just underway, no score here. First quarter.
Nobody's open. Obviously, these guards have the green light to shoot it from anywhere.
Yeah, and Meadowbrook in a matchup zone to start the game. Staten has it, looks baseline. The Howe swings it up to Cunningham. They get it inside the Van Horn, and he throws it away, stolen by Singleton. He'll push it. Meadowbrook first possession. Davis Black to the rack. Shot altered by Van Horn. Rebound secured by Howe. He'll push it up. Inside the Van Horn layup, good off the Thomas assist.
Yeah, Davis Black passed up a wide open three, top of the key. That's a shot he may have to start taking.
Neff has it, guarded by Thomas. 2-0 Dragons. Singleton drives, pulls up. No good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Faco. Faco looking, pass inside the Black, kicks it back out to Davis. Davis drives. Shot up and good over Van Horn.
He attacked the big guy, and the guy stood his ground. Van Horn stood his ground, didn't attempt to block the shot, so maybe he'll go at him a little more.
That's what they did against Brooks Harris and got him in foul trouble Saturday night. 2-2. Staten has it for the Dragons. Long pass up top to Van Horn. Pass gets away. Howe has it. Back to Van Horn. Above the three-point line to Staten left wing. And the Dragons looking how to attack this matchup zone.
They haven't had a lot of movement, just setting high picks with the big guys up on top. Now they'll switch the set a little bit.
Staten has it up top. 5:50 to go here in the opening quarter. 2-2. Howe has it baseline. He's going to drive. Nice bounce pass to Van Horn, and he'll throw it down, flush it. 4-2 Dragons.
Fairland showed good patience that time till they got what they wanted.
Singleton drives, cut off by Staten. Faco, the Easton Black. Up and under move. His shot's rejected by Van Horn. They give it to Faco, and he's going to be fouled, and it will be on Kendrick Cunningham, his first, team first.
Easton Black stuck with that one, and already you can see the influence of the big guy, though. Normally, you saw Trey Singleton there attack the basket. He would normally take it all the way in, but with the 6'8" guy standing down there, he wasn't going to take it any further and backed it back out. So the Colts got to find a way to score inside.
Free throw by Faco is up and good, and it's 4-3 Dragons. And Van Horn on the block, it went straight up in the air. He never seen it, came right back down to Easton. Second free throw by Faco is nothing but nylon, and we're tied up again at 4. Staten will push it quickly. To the elbow, gives it to Cunningham to Staten. His jumper no good, rebound secured by Faco. Davis Black, long pass to Easton. Shot rejected by Van Horn. Staten has it, Dragons have numbers. To the basket, layup, good. And making the drive is going to be Cunningham. He gets an and one opportunity foul on Davis Black, his first, team first.
Hey, Proctorville, for their size, their guards get it up and down the floor in a hurry. I wasn't expecting to see that kind of speed out of the guards to push it. They leave people behind. If you don't get in the lanes, you're going to get left way behind.
That's why Meadowbrook wasn't planning on pressing too much, because the Dragons push it so fast. Free throw is up and good by Cunningham, and it's 7-4 Dragons. 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
A little full court pressure applied by the Dragons here.
Singleton being hounded by Staten. Staten, a very physical point guard. Neff down the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound Van Horn. He looks long, nobody there. Staten has it. Skips it over to Van Horn, and he's going to be called for a travel.
He looked at the three, a little ball fake there. Started to move a little bit before he got it on the floor. That'll be the second turnover on the Dragons.
Easton Black will check in for Bobby Faco. Addie Black had checked in on the free throw for Easton.
Colts have been attacking the basket here early on, passing up some open looks at threes.
So Neff will bring it up. Being guarded by Thomas. Singleton has it, gives it to Davis Black. His floater no good. Easton Black skies for the rebound. Back out top to Singleton. Down the lane. Shot over Van Horn, no good. Tip, Addie Black, no good. Rebound comes down to Howell. He's going to go coast to coast. Layup good. What a scoop shot by Isaiah Howell.
Colts not getting back defensively.
And wow, Howell went coast to coast off the dribble. Black to Neff, 9-4 Dragons. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Foul away from the basket.
Going offensive foul.
And did they get?
Yeah, they got Peyton Neff for a moving screen. So the Colts with their first turnover off that foul. That'll bring McCall into the game for Neff. 3:56 left in the period.
Dragons haven't subbed yet, I don't believe. Staten will bring it up. Early 5-point lead for the Dragons. And here's an offensive foul.
Going right back the other way.
Is it on Van Horn?
13.
Okay, that's Cunningham.
Third turnover for the Dragons. So Colts need to take advantage of something here. They've been attacking the basket and had a lot of shots altered. Actually, Van Horn already has 2 blocks, and he's altered a couple of others.
Full court pressure. Singleton breaks it easy. Gives it to Easton Black. Back to Singleton. 3:35 clock running. 9-4 Dragons. Addie Black gives it to Easton. On the block, Singleton. Floater, no good. A little long. Van Horn secures the rebound. Staten has it stolen by Singleton. He'll give it to Davis Black. He'll take it down the lane. Scoop shot, good.
With that layup, the Colts just 2 of 10 here so far in the first period.
But only down 3. Staten kicks it over to Howell. To Cunningham. Cunningham had 29 Friday night in their come-from-behind victory.
Dragons have turned it over 4 times in this period. They've only shot at 6.
And Van Horn, not many touches, even though he does have 4 points. They're looking for him now. But driving down the lane, scoop shot is up and good by Cunningham. He's been a tough cover.
Pretty athletic. It's just 6 feet, but he plays a lot bigger than that.
Boy, is he put together. Singleton has it. Meadowbrook trails by 5, 11-6. McCall gives it up top to Davis Black to Singleton. Dipsy-do move. Nice bounce pass to Black. Inside to Addy. No good. Van Horn alters that shot. The Staten. 2:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Skip pass to Howell. He gives it to Cunningham again. Howell's going to shoot a deep 3. No good. Tipped alive by Van Horn. And they're going to call Van Horn on the foul.
He had a hand on one of the defenders that time, kind of shoved him as he went up for the tip. That'll be his first.
So 2:02 to go here in the opening quarter. Dragons with an 11-6 lead. Singleton has it. To Neff. Neff drives, gives it to Easton. The Fako. Back to Neff. The Singleton, guarded by Staten.
Staten hasn't given him much space this whole period.
You are right about that. Looks for a high ball screen. Singleton will dial up a 3. Good!
That's the first semi-open look that he got, and Staten was coming.
Howell looking for Cunningham. He'll shoot the 3, and he'll answer back. How about Kendrick Cunningham? He has 8 of the 14 points for the Dragons.
He's got the whole game, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. 14-9 Meadowbrook. Here's a deep 3 by Singleton. No good. Rebound Howell. Long pass to Thomas. He's going to the lefty, a deep 3, and he puts it on the board. Timeout, Meadowbrook.
Back-to-back threes by the Dragons, and they lead it 17-9.
59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. We'll step aside and be back in 1 minute. Welcome back to the Convo. Timeout by Meadowbrook. 6-0 run by the Dragons. They lead 17-9. 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Colts just 3 of 13 from the field so far in the first period.
Neff drives, left-handed shot, no good. Skyen for the rebound is Howe. He'll give it to Thomas, who just buried the deep three. Swings it to Howe. Up top to Staten and the Dragons. Let's see if they settle for the last shot.
They've hit 7 of 10, including a couple of threes there, their last 2 shots.
Cunningham, who has 8 points here in the opening quarter. He's going to drive, cut off nicely by Easton. The Staten, 5 seconds. They're going to have to be quick, and he gets to the basket. Rejected by Davis Black. A long three by Howe is no good. Oh, sometimes you have to live with rejection, and Davis Black sent that shot out. But after 8 minutes of play here in the opening quarter from the Convo, it's the Sweet 16. Your score, Fairland 17, Meadowbrook 9. We'll step aside and be back in 30. You're joining us on WILE 97.7 and on YouTube, YRP TV. Now we'll look at the first half stats. 17-9, Dragons with the lead.
Yeah, the Colts from the field in that period, 3 of 14, just 1 of 2 outside the arc. The Dragons went 7 of 12 with a couple misses at the end. 58%. They hit 2 of 5 threes. They have 4 turnovers, 9 rebounds for the Dragons as the Colts cold shooting in that first period.
Both teams with 2 fouls. Dragons have not subbed.
No, they have not.
Meadowbrook has their starters, and the Dragons, of course, as well. Here's a foul, and that's Van Horn. That's his second.
They may. Let's see if Coach Speed decides to sub. He's not looking at his bench at all. That's kind of the iron 5, isn't it?
Yes. Here's a swing left wing. Jumper by Faco, no good. Rebound comes down to Van Horn. Thomas will push. Another deep three. That one's short. Easton Black secures the rebound. He'll give it to Singleton, and he will push. Just underway, second quarter. Singleton drive cut off nicely by Staten. Davis has it, the Neff. Faco. Back to Easton. Singleton comes off a screen. Kicks it to Faco in the corner, back to Singleton. Up top to Davis. Faco has it up top. Singleton to the basket. Layup good as he gets by the big fella Van Horn.
He just beat him with his speed to the basket that time, got him a little bit away from the hoop, got there in time and laid it up and in.
Well, BKU's wondering who's the sixth man for the Dragons, as Staten will drive to the basket and get fouled by Singleton. He'll shoot 2. Survey says it's going to be
Austin Garton. It looks like
23
or Ty Wilcoxon. I can't see a number over there.
I think it's Ty Wilcoxon, as the free throw by Staten is up and no good.
Wilcoxon, a 6'3" junior.
You're just going to like saying the name Wilcoxon. Something tells me about that.
I'll call him Ty, thanks.
17-11, Dragons with the lead. 6:46 to go in the second.
This is a family show.
Staten misses the second free throw. Easton Black secures the rebound.
Easton's got 3 rebounds here. Colts got 4 on the offensive end.
And it's only a 6-point game. Ball goes inside to Davis. He skips it to Faco. To Easton. Guarded by Van Horn. Singleton has it. Cut off nicely by Staten. And they're going to get Wilcoxon trying to defend Davis Black near the block.
Right now, the Colts are really a two-man game. They're trying to create shots for Singleton and Davis Black, and no one else has really looked to shoot. Faco's taking a couple because they're leaving him wide open. Somebody for the Colts is going to have to step up and knock something down.
And Dylan Webster will come in. Long pass up top to Singleton. 6:20 to go here in the opening quarter. Davis Black loses it. There's bodies on the floor, and Neff comes up with it. To Easton. Neff will dial up a deep three. Roll! Doesn't get the roll. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession to the Dragons.
Looked like the Colts might get the favorable roll there. Peyton's shot bounced a couple of times, just would not go down. That would have been a huge lift for them. They need to get something here.
Yeah, that was a soft touch from the college three-point line. Bounced about 4 times and then rolled off the rim. Still 17-11. Van Horn has it, gives it to Howe. To Van Horn. He'll shoot a fadeaway, no good. Rebound, tipped out to Thomas. He takes it all the way to the basket. Layup good by the lefty.
Got a second chance and made the best of it. That's the first goal of the second period for the Dragons.
Back to the largest lead for the Dragons of 8. Singleton has it, guarded by Staten. To Easton. Neff has it, Singleton.
Staten is on him tight, isn't
Yeah, yes he is. Long pass to Singleton. He'll drive baseline, cut off nicely by Wilcoxon. Davis. Here's a deep three by Singleton. Nothing but nylon from downtown.
A little bit farther outside the arc that time, but good range on that three.
Man, he is so smooth.
Colts down 5.
19-14, nearing the 4:50 mark. Staten has it. They're looking double-teamed as Van Horn inside. Thomas thinks about the three.
That's tough to double him with the three-point shooters they got.
Thomas has it. Whoa. It's physical inside.
Webster doing a nice job of denying.
Yeah, nice bounce pass inside, and that's going to kick for an open Thomas three. No good. Rebound, Davis Black, and he's fouled, I believe, by Wilcoxon, and that should be his second. That'll be the 5th on the Dragons.
So both big guys now. Wilcoxon comes in at 6'3" off the bench. He's picked up a couple. And Van Horn has 2, right?
Yes, and Van Horn's got some, he's 6'8" and got some size. He's not a physical player. Meadowbrook's doing a pretty good job keeping him off the offensive boards.
He's got his hands on his hips now. He looks a little winded.
Oh.
He has not had a break in this first half.
Oh, he should be winded, yeah, because they have not come out. Cunningham back in. Remember, he's been tough to guard on the other end. Davis Black. Shot no good. Let's see who the foul is on.
And I might be on Van Horn, and it is. That's his 3rd.
Wow.
So Coach Speed going to have to go a little deeper to his bench, and he probably would like to right here.
Wait, now see, they're signaling, they're putting his 2nd foul on the board.
They're probably right. We're probably wrong.
Yes. Free throw by Black is short.
Davis has had to work extremely hard here in this first half to even get an open look.
So Meadowbrook, 2 of 3 from the line. Black 2nd free throw. Eyes it, skies it, and buys it. And it's back to a 4-point game. Dragons have it. Thomas up high, back to Staten. Staten's going to call out a play. Again, matchup zone by Meadowbrook. Really the pace you think Meadowbrook likes, low scoring.
I agree.
Staten backs it up. 3:40 approaching. 19-15. Cunningham will pull up. Hard off the glass, no good. Singleton rebound. Meadowbrook rebounding well. Singleton coast to coast. Good.
Singleton just beat everybody to the basket that time with his speed.
Singleton has 10. and 7 here in the quarter. And we've got a 2-point game. Thomas pulls up, gives it to Van Horn. And Staten will pull it out. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Meadowbrook on a little run.
Coach told to want his team to get one more stop here, give him a chance to tie or take the lead.
Wilcoxon. Here's another deep three by Thomas. Again, no good. Rebound, that's on Staten. Davis Black secures the rebound, and partner Van Horn's playing at the high post. He is not going for any rebounds. He looks fatigued.
They get him out at the top of the key, and he kind of takes the pass and takes the ball and looks for people to pass it to, but that gets him totally out of position on rebounding. I've got him with a few rebounds all in that first period.
And about all on the defensive end as well.
They have been.
1-1, Davis Black going to the line for 2. He can tie this game up. Meadowbrook weathered an early storm. They've trailed by 8 a couple of times. They can tie it with 2 free throws. There's 1.
Fairland only 2 offensive rebounds so far in the ball game. The Colts have 4.
And Hal's going to come in for Wilcoxon.
So it's just a 6-man rotation, basically, for Proctorville.
And Coach Tosa's done a great job using his bench. Second free throw, no good, but rebound secured by Hal of the Dragons. Cunningham gives it to Thomas. Inside to Van Horn. Baby hook, no good. So he misses the bunny. Long pass to Faco. Layup, good. And Meadowbrook takes the lead. Timeout, Dragons. 2:32 to go here in the first half. Your score, Meadowbrook 20, Fairland 19. We'll be back in 30. Welcome back to the Convo. 2019 Meadowbrook on a run here to take the lead. BK, the Dragons, 2 points here in the second quarter.
They are 1 of 5 from the field on the other end of the floor. The Colts 4 of 6, including a 3 in this second period. Things certainly have shifted for the Colts. They're getting to the hoop a little bit, and again, I got to believe Van Horn looks a little tired. His feet are a little bit slower. He's not defending as well. And he's back on the floor as the Dragons have only subbed 1 guy in tonight. So all of these guys are going to play a lot of minutes.
Yeah, and Meadowbrook now getting to the free throw line. The Dragons not getting anything in transition. They have struggled 5-on-5 against its Meadowbrook defense. Hal has it. Here's another deep Thomas 3. This one's nothing but net.
He's shot about 5 of those here in the first half, and that's his second make. He's got some deep range, though.
Singleton drives, cut off. 22-20 Dragons. Faco guarded by Van Horn, baseline. Gives it to Davis. He's going to go down the lane, and he may be called for an offensive foul. That's his second.
Yeah, he used that off arm to kind of shove the defender out of the way. You don't see it called a lot, but that time the defender went flying, and he kind of used that arm bar.
And hey, give Hal a little credit. He kind of sold that one as well. Hal's a stocky player, and I don't think he's that easy.
If you were idling on him, you might go moving a little bit, yes.
So 22-20 Dragons, 1:45 to go here in an entertaining first half. Here's a deep 3 by Hal, not even close. Van Horn tries to save it, but he'll step on the line. Possession to the Colts. And the one thing Hal hasn't done is shoot the 3 well tonight.
The Dragons, of their 19 shots, 9 of them have been threes. And you would think with a 6'8" guy on the floor, you'd be looking to go into paint a little more.
Yeah, and Cunningham not getting many shot opportunities. He has all 8 of his in the first quarter. Skip pass to Davis. Singleton has it. Guarded by Staten. Cut off to McCall. McCall looks to drive. He'll shoot a floater, and it's good.
And Colts continue to attack the basket with success.
Staten will have it. They'll give it to Thomas. He'll get a high ball screen. They're looking inside. Fako doing a nice job on Van Horn. They give it to him. He's going to power it up. No good. He gets his own rebound. No. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on Meadowbrook.
Yeah, when he turned to the basket, Van Horn turned to the basket, the Colts did a nice job of collapsing on him from the weak side. He left that first shot short, but he's got such a wingspan, he was able to keep it alive, reel it in, and pick up the foul on Fako.
So that will be the team fifth. 49 seconds. A pass goes inside, knocked away by Davis. Double teamed is Howe, and there's foul. Let's see if that's on Addy or Davis.
I believe Addy.
Okay, that's good. Because Davis has two. That's Addy's first. Now both teams are in the bonus the last 46 seconds. Staten will take it out from underneath. Looking for Thomas in the corner. He has it. Long skip pass to Howe. He goes down the lane, shoots a floater, and it's good. That's Howe's second basket, and it's a 4-point Dragon lead.
Last 30 seconds of the half here. See if the Colts may hold it for one.
Yeah, the Dragons will have the ball to start the second half. 24-22. Meadowbrook's down 2, looking to tie or take the lead going into the half. They're going to try to deny Singleton the ball. And that's a foul, I believe, on Staten.
Yeah, he was holding. He didn't want to let Singleton get loose, so that'll send Trey to the line to shoot 2.
And I believe Webster's going to check in along with Easton Black. They'll give Davis, Black, and Fako both a breather for the final 13 seconds. Singleton to the line. Meadowbrook down 2. 13 seconds to go here in the first half.
Trey, 73% free throw shooter. That one's all money.
Nothing but nylon. 24-23 Dragons.
The way the Colts started, you got to like the way they battled back here.
Oh, playing with confidence. Singleton eyes it, skies it, back rims it. So Thomas will have it. Let's see what the Dragons elect to do. 7, 6. Thomas gives it to Staten. Back open 3 in the corner. Thomas no good, and that ends an exciting first half of play. It's the Sweet 16 from the Convo. Your score at the half. Fairland 24, Meadowbrook 23. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll send it to AVC World Headquarters, take a 3-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll give you individual scoring in first half statistics and expertise analysis from BK. 24-23 Dragons. We'll be back in 3.
Meadowbrook High School Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Stoney's RV Center, Meadowbrook Bingo Boosters, Basic Systems, B&B Body Shop and Towing, and Mortal Arrow McDonald's. Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. Meadowbrook Bingo supports students that are in the band and athletics in the Rolling Hills School District. Bingo is held on Thursdays, doors open at 5 with the game starting at 6. And on Sundays, doors open at noon and bingo starts at 1:30. Good luck, Colts, in tonight's game. Basic Systems on Caddis Road in Cambridge is a full-service consulting engineering firm. They design and construct new projects or major upgrades to existing structures. Their team of experts design and lay out the best plan for success.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. And remember, B&B Body Shop and Towing is the area's Hertz rental car location. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
Mortallero McDonald's congratulates the Meadowbrook Colts on a winning season. Treat yourself to a Shamrock Shake and a Big Mac after the game, or pick from the $1 menu. Mortallero McDonald's on Main Street in Byesville and open 24 hours a day on both Southgate Parkway and East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge.
From the Convo, Fairland with a 24-23 lead over Meadowbrook at the end of one. The Dragons led 17-9, but Meadowbrook would outscore the Dragons 14-7 to get it within one. This is how the scoring went in the first half. First for Meadowbrook, Jonathan McCall with 2. 4 points for Bobby Faco. 6 points for Davis Black. And leading the way, Trey Singleton with 11. 8 of those came in the second quarter. So Singleton 11, Davis with 6, Faco 4, McCall with 2. For the Dragons, balance scoring, 4 points for Isaiah Howe, 4 points for Colin Van Horn, and then 8 points apiece for Kendrick Cunningham and Luke Thomas. So Thomas and Cunningham with 8, Van Horn and Howe with 4. At the half, Fairland 24, Meadowbrook 23. It's the Sweet 16 regional semifinals. We'll send it back to AVC World Headquarters. Be back in 1 minute, and then we'll turn it over to BK.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round and be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. Meadowbrook Bingo supports students that are in the band and athletics in the Rolling Hills School District. Bingo is held on Thursdays, doors open at 5 with the game starting at 6. And on Sundays, doors open at noon and bingo starts at 1:30. Good luck, Colts, in tonight's game. Basic Systems on Caddis Road in Cambridge is a full-service consulting engineering firm. They design and construct new projects or major upgrades to existing structures. Their team of experts design and lay out the best plan for success.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. And remember, B&B Body Shop and Towing is the area's Hertz rental car location. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
Mortallero McDonald's congratulates the Meadowbrook Colts on a winning season. Treat yourself to a Shamrock Shake and a Big Mac after the game, or pick from the $1 menu. Mortallero McDonald's on Main Street in Byesville and open 24 hours a day on both Southgate Parkway and East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge.
Point line has been huge here as the Colts have hit 2 of 4. They haven't been firing it up from everywhere, continuing to attack the basket, and because of that, I think they've got a couple of the Dragons in a little bit of foul trouble we'll talk about a little later on. The Dragons, on the other hand, 3 of 10. So the Proctorville's taken 23 field goals, but 10 of them, almost half, have come outside the arc. And considering their size advantage, you would think they might be attacking the basket a little bit more. That has not been the case here in the first half. Rebounding almost even. Fairland was 16-4 on the offensive end. The Colts have 14-4 on the offensive end. Turnovers, just 2 for the Colts and 4 for Fairland.
And that's impressive when you look at 2 turnovers for Meadowbrook. And remember, one of those was an offensive foul.
Yeah, that is true. So the Colts have handled the ball. Neither team I had for a turnover in that second period. So they both picked it up a little bit there, handling the ball a little bit. We want to also thank particularly our sponsors on the video side. If you're watching tonight on YouTube on YRP TV, we want to thank you. And we want you to thank these folks. They made that possible tonight. Stoney's RV Center, big sponsor for us tonight. Meadowbrook Bingo Boosters, Basic System, B&B Botto, and Mortallello McDonald's. And we want to thank those folks. They make the video side possible. So if you get a chance to hop in and see one of those people, tell them thanks, because it wouldn't happen if they didn't do it.
Oh, absolutely. And there's a lot of people back home not only listening on the radio, but watching on YouTube on YRP TV for tonight's streaming of this outstanding basketball game. And BK, we talked about how much the Dragons love to play up and down racehorse basketball. They were able to do that for about maybe 3 minutes of the first half combined, and each time they were able to extend the lead to 8 points. But the rest of the time, Meadowbrook has really slowed them down. And when they've played 5-on-5, Meadowbrook's defense and defensive boarding has been outstanding.
Yeah, and I don't think you'll see the Colts back off of attacking the basket, because they've had some success with that, and they've been able to pick up fouls. And so let's talk about that a second. Colin Van Horn, 6'8" guy, has 2 so far. Ty Staten has 2. Cunningham has 2, and Will Coxon has 2. So those 4 guys, all of them, and they've only gone 6 deep in the game tonight. So 4 of those 6 guys have 2 fouls apiece for the Colts, I should say. Davis Black has 2. Nobody else with more than 1 foul for the Colts. So you got to like the strategy that the Colts have come up with here tonight, of how they've spread the Dragons out a little bit, attacked the basket. And it didn't pay dividends in that first period. They got some block shots. They altered some shots. But in the second period, they not only started picking up fouls, but you could tell that it looked like Fairland started to slow down a little bit defensively.
Yes, 4 of their 5 starters never came off the floor. So, they're in pretty good conditioning, because they're trying to push it when they can. But Van Horn, more of a force on the defensive end. On the offensive end, he scored 4 early, including a flush on a nice backdoor pass by Cunningham. But really, he hasn't been a factor, and Meadowbrook will like him to stay up at the elbow, because if he misses, that eliminates one big rebounder you have to check.
Yeah, they tried to get him open in the paint, but the Colts have done such a good job of fronting him and then giving help to the weak side that even when he got a couple of looks inside, they were pretty contested, and he wasn't able to knock those down. Van Horn, as you said earlier, was just 4 points in that first half.
Yeah, player of the year on their side. On ours, co-player of the year, Trey Singleton. Not surprising, has come up big with 11 points in the first half. Again, congratulations to Coach Greg Woodard and to John Glenn Muskies, who are waiting with a smile on their face to see who they will play. Now, started the third quarter. Pass goes to Van Horn. Back to Staten. His pass inside is knocked away by Singleton, and Neff comes up with it. The Singleton. Cut off by Staten. Neff swings it to Davis, guarded by Cunningham. Singleton will dial up a deep 3, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Thomas. He'll give it to Howe. He'll go down the lane, pull up a little floater off the rim, backboard, and good.
Howe's a pretty good-sized guy, and he showed great body control there, pulling up that little finger roll with the right hand.
And his best game is in the open floor. It's a 3-point Dragon lead. Fako has it. He's going to drive, cut off nicely by Howe. Davis gets a screen, and he's going to take it uncontested, layup good.
Colts answer back to within one. Just a minute in here.
Thomas gets it. He's going to have to get it across half court, and he does. Guarded tightly by Neff. High ball screen, two of them. By Howe and Van Horn. Howe has it. He'll pull up, shoot a line drive shot, no good. Rebound, Davis Black. Meadowbrook down one, looks to take the lead.
Black used his speed that time to get to that loose ball.
Neff, nice bounce pass. There's an open jumper by Easton, no good. Tipped out by Peyton Neff, and possession will go to the Dragons. Staten gives it to Thomas.
Colts guarding Thomas a little bit closer. He shot 6 threes in that first half and made a pair of them.
They look for Van Horn rolling. They get it inside. The big fella gets it. Up and under move, and it's good.
Davis Black didn't get any help that time.
Davis Black to the rack, and his shot is rejected by Van Horn. Long pass, corralled by Cunningham. Spin move off the glass, good. Wow, what a move by Cunningham.
5-point lead for the Dragons. Yeah, Cunningham showed great body control that time.
McCall and Easton Black will check in. Singleton has it, guarded by Staten. Ball stolen by Howe. He goes behind his back, the big fella coast to coast, and he's going to go to the line for 2, foul on Peyton Neff.
Yeah, Neff and Faco had him sandwiched a little bit. One of them got him, if not both, but Neff's going to get called for it. His second, or actually they're calling Faco with that foul, his second.
And BK, again, we got to use, for the first time, one of the greatest words in basketball, spurtability. The Dragons, they'll go 5 possessions where it looks like they're kind of in quicksand, and boom, they explode. Free throw is up and good by Isaiah Howe.
Just the 4th attempt of the night for the Dragons, and they are now 2 of 4.
31-25. Dragons with the lead. 5:33 left here in the third.
Biggest lead tonight's been 8.
And that free throw is good by Howe.
It is now 7.
He's got 8, 4 in the quarter. So an 8-2 run to start the quarter by the Dragons. McCall has it. Dribble handoff to Singleton, guarded by Staten. Back to McCall.
Just a little 2-man game in the corner.
Singleton, no good. Rebound secured by Thomas. One of the rare times no white jerseys around. Here's a pull-up by Cunningham, and it's good. Timeout, Meadowbrook. 5:01 to go here in the third quarter. Your score, Fairland 34, Meadowbrook 25. We'll step aside and be back in 30. Welcome back to the Convo. It was 24-23 at the half. Fairland led Meadowbrook. Now it's 34-25. BK, well, what's happened?
Dragons have come out and they've gotten the shots they wanted. 4 or 5 from the field here. They've gotten it in the paint. They've taken that mid-range jumper, knocking it down, utilizing a little full court action. The Colts, on the other hand, just 1 of 5 from the field to start this third period. So it is just a matter of, you like that word, spurtability.
Yeah, and the Dragons now, they really extend full court. McCall will have it, being guarded by Thomas to Addy. Singleton has the ball knocked away by Howe. And I tell you, Howe, a lot more active defensively after a couple of buckets.
Hey, you make a couple of buckets, it gives you a little more energy, doesn't it?
Webster to Addy to Singleton. 4:40 to go. In the third, Davis Black is going to draw a foul, and I believe that's on Cunningham.
Cunningham picks up his first. Actually, they're calling that's his third.
That's his third, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cunningham was going to the bench, but nobody went to the table, so he's come back in. That's huge. McCall has it. Down the lane, past the Singleton to Webster. Deep three, good! Dylan Webster. That was a money shot.
Huge. The Colts needed points and needed them badly there. That gets them back to within 6, 34-28.
Again, matchup zone. Dragons lead by 6, 4:15 left. Now looking inside for Van Horn. Staten will take it to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound Van Horn, and that's a foul over the back of Addy. So now Cunningham with 3 fouls, Van Horn with 3. Wow.
It could be a game of attrition at this rate because Coach Speed not even looking to go to his bench at this point.
So Singleton will bring it down 6. Pass to Davis Black, corner 3, no good. Rebound Van Horn, and he's fouled by McCall. That was a good look.
It was. Colts took 4 threes in the first half and made 2 of those. They've taken 4 threes here in the third period already and only made 1.
But wow, the one, that was a big one, down 9. Dylan Webster. Dragons have it up 6. 3:45, clock running in the third. Staten gives it to Howe. Cunningham wide open, 3, nothing but net. He had 8 in the first, he's got 7 in the third, and it's a 9-point lead by the Dragons, their biggest. McCall has it, 3:25, he'll get down to the basket. Layup good.
Nice drive. McCall did a nice job of using his body that time to shield the defender.
Cunningham's got inside the Van Horn, up and good, and he was fouled. The alley-oop, contact, hoop and horn.
There's just nothing you can do. That was perfectly thrown. Got Van Horn at the apex of his jump, and he was able to just tap it in the basket and get fouled. Nobody can jump that high.
And partner, that's a big foul. You've got Davis Black with 3, Van Horn at the line with 3, Cunningham, who has 15 for the Dragons, with 3. Free throw, nothing but net for Van Horn. He's come up with 5 points here in the quarter.
Joel Lambiot is going to check in for the first time, and that's going to be the first time we've seen Van Horn sit down.
Yeah, 10-point lead for the Dragons. 3-minute mark. Singleton. Drive up and in. What a tough shot by Singleton.
Going to his left, spun back to his right, kind of shot across his body and able to get the roll from the front of the rim. Back down to an 8-point Proctorville lead.
Staten has it up top. 40-32. Solid quarter so far by the Dragons. Thomas stopped in the paint. Pass stolen by Singleton. Pushes it to McCall. He gets in the paint. Kicks it back for a Singleton 3. No good. Rebound controlled by the Dragons. Howe has it. His pass is stolen by Neff. Run out. Singleton layup. Good. No, it went in and out. Rebound controlled by the Dragons. Cunningham has it. And he loses the ball to McCall. Neff picks it up. Singleton to the rack. And there's a foul. It's going to be an offensive call. And the Meadowbrook faithful, they are livid.
Staten did a good job of selling that, and he was in position. So that is just a second on Singleton, but more importantly, that would have been a big bucket for the Colts that they needed to stay down.
And that's one of the big plays of the game. Staten right there. Meadowbrook on the little flurry. Staten draws the charge. Pass goes in. Here's a deep 3 by Howe. No, not close. Davis Black secures the rebound. He's going to push. Pass to Neff in the corner. 1:40 to go here in the third. Faco has it. Singleton
That's Staten.
Yeah, Staten's going to run right through Faco, and that will be the third foul on the Dragons. That's his third.
Yeah. A lot of fouls being called now. Proctorville, the Dragons will go a little deeper to the bench.
Yeah,
Matt Mondak's going to come in. He hadn't played yet tonight.
Timeout Dragons. We'll take one with them. 1:36 to go into third. Dragons 40, Colts 32. We'll step aside and be back in 30. Welcome back to the Convo. Meadowbrook trying to close this third quarter strong. They have the ball down 8. They were down 10, 1:36 to go. Meadowbrook with possession underneath their own basket. Faco has it. They look for the curl to Davis Black. He takes it strong. Layup good.
Took advantage of Van Horn staying on the bench. Almost a steal in the backcourt by Neff. And now Will Coxon is going to step back in, but Van Horn's still on the bench. He's got 3 fouls and getting a bit of a break. He hadn't had one. Yeah, so the Colts are going to continue to pressure a little bit here.
Yeah, it's one-on-one. They're going to give it to Thomas, and he's going to bring it up against Neff. Neff has been one of Meadowbrook's better defenders here on this magical tournament run. Thomas has it. The Cunningham. 1:12 left to the basket. Scoop shot, layup, good.
Davis Black can't guard him out that far. He's just too quick.
Will Coxon saves a layup there as Faco, they sent him long.
Yeah, Cunningham is just so athletic as he gets you out in the open floor, and on the switch that time, he had Davis Black on him, and he just went right past him. And especially because Black has 3 fouls.
Thank you, my man, yes. Yeah. Singleton turns, and he's going to draw a foul on Will Coxon.
That'd be his third.
And I tell you, Meadowbrook, they are attacking the rim. They were prepared if they got the big fella out.
But, you know, and this is very similar to how the first half started. The first period for the Colts, they came out a little bit cold, fell behind by as many as 8, battled back in the second period, got some foul trouble, got some tired guys out there in green, as Singleton unable to connect on his first opportunity. 56 seconds left in the period.
Addie Black will check in for Davis Black. Good move here by Coach Tosta. And Dylan Webster will come in to give Faco a breather. 42-34. Dragons with the lead. Singleton has a second free throw. He eyes it, skies it, and buys it. 7-point lead for the Dragons. We approach 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Will Coxon has it in the corner. And a turnover as that pass goes awry, and that was Lambiot. So Lambiot turns it over.
Now the Colts going to play a little offense-defense. Faco and Davis Black will step back in with 44 on the clock. Get Davis in there to attack this defense. They don't have a lot of size right now.
Yeah, and the Dragons, they have taken out Howe and Staten. They're trying to give them a little breather.
That's the 5th turnover of this period for the Dragons.
Little pressure by the Dragons, broke nicely. Meadowbrook's taking care of the basketball tonight. Davis skips it to Singleton. McCall will drive baseline, and that's a layup. Good.
McCall's passed up 2 or 3 looks at those 3-pointers, which he usually loves to take.
And another turnover by the Dragons. Neff to the basket, layup, good, and here come the Colts. It's a 3-point game.
3 buckets in a row, under 10 seconds now.
Cunningham has it. 2 seconds, deep 3 by Thomas, air ball, and just like that, Meadowbrook closes the third quarter on a 9-2 run. And after 3, Fairland 42, Meadowbrook 39. Buckle your seatbelts, the fourth quarter. It ought to be a wild one. We'll be back in 1 minute. Eight minutes remain to see who will advance to take on the John Glenn Muskies. Meadowbrook has the ball to start the fourth, down 3. Here's a Davis Black 3, no good. And they may have got Davis Black with his 4th foul. That's huge.
Well, maybe not.
No, they called the foul on Howe.
On Howe.
Woo.
So the Colts got bailed out on that one because Black was chasing the rebound.
So Neff has it. The Singleton. Staten back in guarding him.
Van Horn back in the middle of that defense now.
Davis has it, guarded by Howe. Fako, the Neff, the Singleton. Cut off by Staten. Now Singleton. Floater off the glass. Good. What a play.
Was that soft? Like a feather on a pillow.
42-41. Meadowbrook will come with the box. Press half court. Staten bounce pass. Cunningham layup good.
Staten just broke the defense down there and ended up with a 2-on-1 at the basket.
7 minutes left. Turnover Meadowbrook. 44-41 Dragons, and they will have possession.
That was just an unforced error by the Colts there. I have them only as their 4th turnover of the night. They've taken very good care of the ball. And that third period went 7 of 14 as the Dragons just 6 of 11. Dragons turned it over 6 times in that third period, let the Colts hang around.
Yeah, and a lot of it came with Van Horn, Howe, and Staten out. Pass stolen by Singleton. Layup. Good.
1-point ball game.
44-23. Thomas has it. Staten.
The Colts spurted in the second period. They're doing it here again to start the fourth.
6:35. Staten. Pass deep in the corner to Thomas. They're looking for Van Horn. The lob is stolen by Davis Black. Another turnover by the Dragons. Meadowbrook can take the lead. Neff for 3. No good. Woo.
That'd have been huge. The lid would have come off this place.
6:10 remaining. Staten. Runner no good. Rebound. Howe. He keeps possession for the Dragons. Staten has it. Van Horn at the elbow. 6'8 senior. He hasn't touched the ball this quarter.
Staten is not a big scorer. If he has to shoot, he would rather pass it.
And they find it to him, and he's going to get the roll over Davis Black.
Yeah, Van Horn that time got good position on the low block. You can't stop him when he gets that close.
46-43 Dragons. 5:35 to go in the contest. Davis Black double teamed on the block. Hal knocks it away. Fako has it. Singleton. Guarded by Staten. Singleton. Layup good! And he was fouled.
Well, you could tell Staten was hanging on him all the way across the lane. Actually, they're going to call that foul on
Van Horn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Van Horn picks up his 4th. I didn't see where he fouled him, but we'll take that one.
But I tell you what, Staten is playing as good of defense on Singleton as I've seen all year. and the kid is still unstoppable. Free throw is good, and we're tied up. And we have a timeout.
No.
No? Now we do.
No, we do.
Timeout on the floor. 5:25 to go in the game. Your score, Meadowbrook 46, Fairland 46. We'll keep it here. And BK, now what does Fairland do? Their 6'8" player of the year has 4 fouls.
Well, yeah, Cunningham is their other go-to guy. He hasn't had many touches this half either. And the Colts, as they did in that first half, came on strong in the second quarter. It looked like Fairland tired down a little bit, and it looks like they're getting a little bit winded here to midway in the fourth period as well.
And Singleton, how about Trey, 7 points in the first 2 minutes and 35 seconds of this fourth quarter. Wow.
5:25 remains in the ball game. Both teams are going to be, well, the Colts have, the Dragons have 6 fouls, so the Colts are going to be getting to the line here on any foul from here on out.
And I tell you, Meadowbrook, when they have picked up full court or a little box press here 3 quarters, it has really affected the Dragons. Staten has it, passes it in the middle to Howe. He'll go down the lane. Contact, no good. Wilcoxon comes up to rebound, kicks out for a Thomas 3, no good. Rebound battle. Staten comes up with it. Pass to Cunningham. His shot's rejected by Singleton. Wow. Action at the rim. Cunningham off the glass, no good. Rebound, Neff. The McCall behind his back. Singleton layup, good. Meadowbrook leads.
48-46, Colts are their biggest lead.
Thomas for 3.
Boy, that landed softly. Wow, rattled around on the rim and went down.
That was a big-time 3, 49-48 Dragons. We have 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. McCall looking for Black, guarded by Wilcoxon. Black wants it cleared. McCall, fake, Neff. Looks up top to Addy.
They're denying Singleton as much as they can here. He's got it now, though.
Deep 3. Oh! Way downtown, Trey Singleton.
He's in the zone. 26 points.
The Dragons may not have known about Singleton.
Yeah, well, Merry
they
Christmas
have
there.
met him now. Staten to the basket, and he's going to draw a foul. It's going to be before the shot.
Staten does not shoot very much, and when he does, that means no one else is open or trying to get open.
3:46 left. The Dragons looked a little rattled.
Second foul on Neff. That's the 5th on the team.
Thomas has it for another 3. That's short. Rebound, Davis Black. Meadowbrook will push. Davis coast to coast. Shot knocked away. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Addy Black.
Well, they're going to say that foul. That's a very late call.
Oh, they called the. Oh, is Davis Black going to shoot free throws?
He is going to shoot free throws. That foul is going to go against Wilcoxon, and that'll be his 4th. So Davis Black went down pretty hard. He was off balance, and when he went down, I didn't hear a whistle, and it was a very late call. So Black will shoot 2. Trying to extend the Colts' lead.
Meadowbrook's biggest lead has been 2. Free throw, no good.
Still 2.
3:36 to go in the game.
Here comes Van Horn. 3.5 to go. He's got 4. Wilcoxon will step out with 4. So Van Horn, you got to wonder how aggressive he will be here with 4 fouls.
But Trey Singleton has taken over in this quarter. He has 12. Second free throw, no good. Wilcoxon secures the rebound. The Dragons will look to tie. 3:30 left in the contest. Thomas, a deep 3, good.
How can he get that open?
He takes the lead. Thomas with 2 threes here in the fourth.
He's taken about 10 of them tonight and knocked down about half of those. You got to know he's there. That's his spot, that deep corner.
Van Horn playing off Faco. Singleton has it. He's going to look to drive, but cut off Davis Black, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Singleton.
He didn't stand stationary when he set that pick. I believe that's going to be his third. It is.
So now 3:02 left. Neff, Singleton, McCall, Davis, Black, Addy Black on the floor.
Colts have 6 fouls, so both teams going to be shooting on fouls from here on out.
Staten has it up top. 2:55 to go. Staten gets it back up top to Howe.
Looks like almost a delay here.
Whoa, still Neff! Layup! Meadowbrook leads! Peyton Neff with the defensive play of the game thus far.
Yeah, the Dragons were delaying a little bit, holding on to it. They weren't going to attack with that 1-point lead now. They will have to.
Turnovers have killed the Dragons. Van Horn. Maybe it will slay the Dragons. We'll see. Staten will pull up from 12 and knock it down. That is his first 2 of the game.
I was going to say he hadn't made a bucket all night.
54-53. Staten guarding Singleton. They'll give it up to McCall up top. 2:05 left. Black to Addy. Singleton to the basket, cut off by Staten. Davis Black a dial up 3, no good. Rebound Cunningham. 1:55 left. Dragons possession up 1. Both teams in the bonus.
This has been one heck of a ball game.
The winner will take on the John Glenn Muskies. Wow, here's a near steal. Oh, that's going to call a foul on Addy Black. And if Van Horn's not 6'8", that's a turnover.
Yeah, that is true. That'll be 1-1 now. So Van Horn will shoot the 1-1. Dragons tonight have only shot 6 free throws, making 4 of those. But none so far here in the 4th period.
Wow, BK, we've worked about 8 games in 12 days, and that's the first time I've heard you agree with me. Thank you. Van Horn to the line. He's got 11, 6'8" senior, player of the year for the Dragons, 54-53. He eyes it, skies it, and rims it in. Wow. 2-point Dragon lead, 1:36 left. 55-53.
Colts just 7 of 13 at the free throw line so far tonight.
Second free throw, it rims in and out. Meadowbrook has the ball with a chance to tie with the 2, take the lead with the 3. Singleton has it, 1-4 low. Guarded by Staten, high pick and roll. Basket good! Trey Singleton, hoop and harm. Wow.
He got Howard on his backside. Howard tried to come over his back and swat that one away. Singleton just too quick, got past him, knocked it in, and the bonus to break the tie.
Singleton eyes it, skies it, and buys it. And Meadowbrook has taken the lead. Timeout Dragons, 1:22 left, 56-55.
Wow.
Meadowbrook with the lead. We'll keep it here.
Yeah.
And I tell you,
don't go anywhere now.
And partner, I tell you what.
I wouldn't even go to the refrigerator now if I was at home.
This could be the game right here, because if the Dragons don't score and take the lead and Meadowbrook can spread the floor, there's no way Van Horn's going to be able to guard anyone 25, 30 feet from the basket.
Both teams in the 1-1 here. The possession arrow does favor the Dragons here, but you've got to know, if you're the coach, you got to know where is the three-point shooter. Where is Thomas? He has been going and hiding in the corner, letting the defense get broken down, and then they kick it to him. Don't be surprised if they set up that opportunity for him here or the lob inside to Van Horn.
Staten will bring it up. 1:15 left. Van Horn has it well out, three-point line. They give it to Thomas. Staten looking. They're going to back off Staten. 1:05 left. 1-4 look.
A lot of patience here. They've been very patient.
Cunningham to Staten. Staten still has it, and there's a foul away from the ball. They're going to get it on
Addie Black, I think.
On Addie Black.
That's going to send Van Horn back to the line to shoot 1-and-1 again. He split a pair a moment ago.
So, wow.
They were just banging bodies, the two big guys there. There's plenty of time left to still. Both teams with timeouts remaining.
Huge free throws. Van Horn's free throw is up and good. We are tied up at 56. 53.6 left.
Got to imagine the big guy shot a lot of free throws this year.
Second free throw. Will he give the Dragons the lead? He does, but a lot of rim. And now the Dragons lead by 1. Here come the Colts. 50 seconds left.
Colts have 3 timeouts still.
And again, they're going to go 1-4 high ball screen for Singleton. He gets the pull up. He's fouled on the shot.
Staten.
And now Singleton will go to the line with 36.7 seconds left.
Staten's picked up his 4th foul.
Singleton, his ability to get his shot off. Now the senior goes to the line for 2 big-time free throws. Free throw is good, and he has tied this game up at 36.
At 57.
Or 57.
36 seconds.
36 seconds left.
I knew there was a 36 up there somewhere.
Yeah, he's tied it up with 36 seconds left. Second free throw, good. And Meadowbrook leads by 1. Here come the Dragons.
Dragons have 1 timeout left. Coach Speed says go for it.
Does Meadowbrook have one more defensive stop in? Thomas has it. 20 seconds. Cunningham goes to the basket. Floater. No good. Rebound. Put up and foul as Howell gets the rebound. 14 seconds left.
That is a huge offensive rebound. Davis Black had the rebound in his hands. Howell just ripped it away. And on the way back up was fouled. Davis Black will pick up his 4th. And now a 2-shot opportunity for Howell.
And Howell pretty confident. After the foul, he got looked at the student section and was telling them to get it up. Free throw short. Meadowbrook by 1, 14 seconds left.
Got to ice him here, right? Yep.
Free throw is coming. Howell, what pressure for the senior. Couple of dribbles. Up. Back rims it. Rebound. Davis Black, and he was fouled.
That's Staten's 5th.
And Meadowbrook will go to the line up 1 for a 1-and-1.
So Staten, who's been the ball handler, I believe that's number 5. He has been their quarterback on this offense.
And Meadowbrook's going to empty the lane, and we're going to have a timeout by the Dragons. We will keep it here. 13.4 seconds left.
Now they called Cunningham with the foul. I thought that was on Staten because he was the one laying on the floor beside Davis Black. And in any event, Cunningham picks up his 4th. With all those people with 4 fouls, you'd think somebody would have fouled out by now.
Yeah, Davis Black secured the rebound, and when he came down, he tripped over Cunningham. So 58-57, Meadowbrook with the lead, 13.4 seconds left. Davis Black to the free throw line for a big 1-and-1.
Davis on the season, 59% free throw shooter tonight. I'm not sure he's had many opportunities at the line tonight, has he, Davis?
Davis Black, he was 2 of 4 in the second quarter and 0 for 2 in the 4th.
So Davis still has, to reach his season average, he needs to make 2 here. Cold fans on their feet, the Dragon fans on their feet. 13 seconds left in this ball game. Who goes to the Elite 8 on Saturday?
My bad. That's now the 10th foul. That is a double bonus. 2 free throws for Davis Black. He eyes it, skies it, he buys it. Meadowbrook leads by 2.
That's big. This would be even bigger. two's been their biggest lead, isn't that right?
Yes, and Meadowbrook, they've got 2 players down here by Thomas. Second free throw, good. Meadowbrook leads by 3. Timeout. Colts will keep it here. 13.4 seconds to go. Meadowbrook up 3. Dragons have possession.
Colts have made 5 free throws in a row here in the fourth period. From the field, they've made 5 of their last 6 shots. And as we said earlier, the Colts didn't play real well in the first period or the third period. They played like gangbusters in the second and fourth and have their biggest lead of the night at 60-57. So, you know, you play the umbrella defense here and take away the 3.
Yeah, they may do that. Now remember, Staten that will not be bringing the ball up, and it will probably be Thomas. But the Dragons, they have to shoot a 3.
But any foul, you're giving up 2 free throws, but you're not giving up 3 points.
That's right. But the thing is you don't want to foul a 3-point shooter. So we'll see what Meadowbrook elects to do. I'm sure they're going to definitely extend above the 3-point line. A 2 will not hurt you.
Yeah, they're going to come up and guard Staten.
Yeah,
all
that's
the way
right.
down.
Yeah, but Staten didn't foul out.
Make him work it up the floor a little bit.
12 seconds. Staten, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Thomas, deep 3. That's short.
Ball.
Fade away at the buzzer. It is no good. Meadowbrook wins. And it's pandemonium at the Convo. Your final score, Meadowbrook 60. Fairland 57. We will have a hometown flavor regional championship game Saturday.
The only thing we're guaranteed is one local team will be in the Final Four for sure.
Wow. Your final score, Meadowbrook 60. Fairland 57. It's Bedlam at the Convo. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get some oxygen, get some water, maybe some IV fluids as well. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, send it to AVC World Headquarters, and when we come back, we'll tell you how your Meadowbrook Colts have advanced to the regional finals. We'll be right back.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. Meadowbrook Bingo supports students that are in the band and athletics in the Rolling Hills School District. Bingo is held on Thursdays, doors open at 5 with the game starting at 6. And on Sundays, doors open at noon and bingo starts at 1:30. Good luck, Colts, in tonight's game. Basic Systems on Caddis Road in Cambridge is a full-service consulting engineering firm. They design and construct new projects or major upgrades to existing structures. Their team of experts design and lay out the best plan for success.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. And remember, B&B Body Shop and Towing is the area's Hertz rental car location. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
Mortallero McDonald's congratulates the Meadowbrook Colts on a winning season. Treat yourself to a Shamrock Shake and a Big Mac after the game, or pick from the $1 menu. Mortallero McDonald's on Main Street in Byesville and open 24 hours a day on both Southgate Parkway and East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge.
The celebration still continues here at the Convo on the campus of Ohio University as the Meadowbrook Colts trailed 42-39 going into the fourth quarter. And then co-player of the year, Trey Singleton, said, "Get on my back and I'll take you to the Elite Eight." Trey Singleton scores 17 of his game-high 31 points in the fourth quarter. The other 4 points scored for Meadowbrook. With the Dragons up 1 and holding the basketball, Peyton Neff gets a steal and layup, and then Meadowbrook up 1. Davis Black goes to the free throw line with 13 seconds left and knocks down 2 free throws and propels Meadowbrook to the regional finals, where they will hook up with John Glenn. Wow.
Colts in that fourth period, and we'd mentioned how they had been resilient in the second period. Again, in the fourth period, they made 7 of 10 field goals in that fourth period, 6 of 8 at the free throw line. And once they got the lead, it was like they weren't going to give it up. They had Fairland wilting a little bit. They started throwing up some desperation shots.
And I tell you what, we've seen over the last week, we've seen a few players of the years, all outstanding players, Van Horn, Brooks Harris, and Trey Singleton, and nobody has stepped up more than Trey Singleton had. I believe last ball game he had 21. He scores 31. So he has scored 52 points in the last 2 games. But Meadowbrook's defense, BK, in the fourth quarter, they hold Isaiah Howe scoreless. Cunningham, who had 17, he got 1 field goal. And Van Horn got 1 field goal and 3 free throws. That was it. The defense really stepped up again for the Colts.
You know, and you mentioned, we've talked about several times how the Colts defense sometimes a little bit underrated and how they can fly around and defend people. They took away the main options for the Dragons this evening and made them go to somebody else. And, of course, Thomas stepped up and knocked down a couple of threes. But you know, they had other opportunities to score. Staten ended up being the guy to take the ball to the basket a little bit late, and I'm not sure he was their number 1 option.
No, Staten hit a big shot to give them a 1-point lead, which was immediately answered by Singleton. But I thought Ty Staten, I thought he guarded Singleton as well as you could, and the kid still comes up with 31 points, 17 in the fourth.
Yeah, it was just an amazing game by the Colts. They were resilient all night. They never quit. They never gave up. And, you know, they're going to be in the regional finals. They are in the Elite Eight. And Saturday's game, the last one out of the Guernsey County, Muskingum County area, please turn out the lights when you exit.
Oh, absolutely. And how about the bench play by Meadowbrook? Jonathan McCall with 6 off the bench. Dylan Webster. Meadowbrook down 10. Strokes a big 3 there towards the end of the third quarter. And BK, the turning point of this game, with the Dragons kind of getting in foul trouble, they sent 3 starters to the bench late in the third quarter. Meadowbrook outscores them 9-2 to cut a 10-point deficit in the 3, and they fed on that momentum the rest of the game.
We mentioned foul trouble several times, and there were a lot of Dragons that had 2 at halftime. Several of them started picking up that third and sitting for a minute here, a minute there. And even Coach Speed in the first half went to his bench for 1 guy. They only went 6 deep in the first half. I wonder if maybe down the stretch that didn't hurt a little bit. There were guys who weren't either used to being in the ball game, or the guys that were just tired.
Yeah, and BK, I tell you what, when he went to his bench and had 3 in there, they were throwing the ball all over the place. Sometimes a coach writes 6 players or 5 for a reason, and that was the book on them. They're starting 5. They stay on the floor. They're in excellent condition. They like to run. But if you can get into their bench, and when Meadowbrook went to their bench, there was no drop-off because you had Singleton and Davis Black out there throughout, keeping things steady. So you can roll things through them. But when the Dragons went to their bench, the tide turned.
Well, and I unofficially have the Colts with only 4 turnovers. And we're still waiting for the official stats to come through. But I also have the Dragons with 13, 9 of those in the second half, 3 of them in the fourth quarter, 6 in that third period. And a lot of them came late there. So when they had to go to the bench, play some other guys, as you said, the ball handling got a little looser, and the Colts were able to take advantage of that and draw close. And, of course, the rest of it's going to be history now for Kirby Graham to write another chapter.
Yes, and I tell you what, and for the 22 and now 4, Fairland Dragons, a team that made it to Columbus as Division III and came into the regionals in D2 with Zanesville being knocked off. They now became the favorites, and Meadowbrook has eliminated the 2 heavyweights back-to-back, and it'll set up a rematch that was over the holidays at John Glenn. John Glenn knocked off Meadowbrook, and John Glenn's has depth. And, boy, their game was a no contest. They just, Unioto, like I said, I never felt sorry for a team making it to the Sweet 16. I felt sorry for them. They didn't see what was coming.
John Glenn jumped out on they jumped out on the Shermans early and just widened the gap till it was plus 30 and a running clock. And as you said, excellent play by the Muskies tonight as they shot over 60% on the night. The Colts not nearly there at 40. I've got the Colts unofficially at 49%. After a dismal first period at 3 and 14, they made 5 of 7 in the second, 50% in the third, and 7 of 10 in the fourth. Just kept getting stronger as the night went on.
And let's look at the scoring first for the Fairland Dragons. They had all their starting 5 in double figures. In the scoring column, that was it. Ty Staten had 2 points. Isaiah Howe had 8, and then 3 players in double figures. Colin Van Horn, the 6'8 player of the year, had 14. Luke Thomas with 14, and Kendrick Cunningham had a team high 19 for the Dragons. And for the victorious Meadowbrook Colts, their scoring went this way. Dylan Webster with 3. 4 points apiece for Peyton Neff and Bobby Faco. 6 for Jonathan McCall. And then the big 2 guns, Davis Black with 12. And again, a game high 31 points from Trey Singleton. And Meadowbrook advances to the Elite 8, where they will take on John Glenn 3 o'clock here at the Convo.
Yeah, that game again will be on YRP TV. We'll be here, have it not only on the TV side, but certainly on the radio side for you. It should be an exciting afternoon of basketball. 2 local teams that have played each other before the last year or two, and so there's a little familiarity there. MVL well represented, the ECOL well represented.
Wow, yes, and this place will be packed.
The amazing thing to that, Tommy, is, we follow these teams all year. Again, somebody from the local area is going to be in the Final Four. That is just an amazing thing here. At this point, everybody should be celebrating. Only one team can go, but
we're going to get somebody to Columbus, and they're going to have to earn it.
Yeah.
Because it will be a heavyweight battle this Saturday at 3 o'clock. And BK, I'm glad we were able to go the distance tonight. The bullpen behind us was up and ready. You had Jeremy Scott and Mark Withrow, the big zepper from the first game. Dave Davison, Mike Snively, Tad Sechrist were all hanging around in case one of the vocal cords slipped, and they were ready.
It's like being at the big dance and somebody keeps tapping you on the shoulder to cut in. You say, no, I got this. I got this dance. We're okay.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. Well, we'll step aside, take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up. Here from the Convo, Meadowbrook 60, Fairland 57. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Back at the Convo as we close things up. A great night of March Madness basketball.
Hasn't it been a little March Madness?
Oh, unbelievable. And again, congratulations to John Glenn. They're victorious tonight, 65-29 over Unioto. Hey, there's a couple of them.
How many autographs did you get tonight in the coloring books? I saw you write in several.
Don't worry, I'm going to have our good man Adam and the Q man Quentin edit that out of the broadcast, so we'll be okay.
It's live. It's hard to edit live, right?
Hey, they're that good though. They're that good. And then in Game 2 tonight, Meadowbrook defeats Fairland 60-57. So we'll look at some final stats and wrap things up.
Take the score by quarters. Dragons led at 17-9 at the end of one, 24-23. Dragons on top by just 1 point at halftime. They extended that to 3 at the end of 3, 42-39. But you could see the Colts gaining momentum, gaining some steam, and they turned things around in the fourth. Of course, win this one 60-57. Take a look at the free throw shooting first of all. The Colts end up the night 12 of 18 at the line, 6 of 8. In that final 8 minutes, and that was certainly the difference in this ball game. Just 7 of 12 for the Dragons on the night. 13 turnovers. I have the Dragons for most of those coming in that second half. The Colts, I only have with 4 turnovers. They handed the ball superbly all night long.
It was unbelievable, and the turnovers. Maybe when you're an underdog, you need a few more possessions, and they took care of the basketball better than the Dragons did. No doubt about that.
Shooting really, really close both ways. The Dragons took 45 shots, made 21. That's 47%. 5 of 17 outside the three-point arc. The Colts 22 of 45 for 49%, and the Colts 4 of 13. Rebounding stats are all over the place. I may have lost track a little bit, but I have the Dragons with a bit of an edge there, 29-20. And 8 on the offensive end. The Colts ended up with 4 on the offensive end. But when you shoot almost 50%, there's not a lot of misses there.
Oh, absolutely. And just a total team effort, rebounding as well. And Meadowbrook down 8 twice, got down 9, got down 10, 4 separate times throughout the game. But, boy, did they kick it in the last 8 minutes.
Well, I never really thought, like, even when it was 10, I really thought that they still were within touch, that they were going to be able to turn things around, and they certainly did that in the first half. They got down as many as 8 in the first half, battled back, got it to within 1. The same thing happened in the second half. They never panicked. They continued to work the ball. They got good shots. And, of course, any shot that Trey Singleton took tonight was a good shot because a lot of them went in. And, you got to like the way they've been playing recently. They're playing their best basketball of the year, and they're going to have to be because clearly tonight John Glenn was playing the best basketball of their season as well.
Yeah, and credit Scooter Tolza and AD Jeff Wheeler. The schedule Meadowbrook has played, it definitely prepared them for a game and the competition that they have played the last 2 nights. So as we head out, we want to give out a shout-out to a few of our sponsors who made this possible.
Yeah, especially on the video side. If you were enjoying the YouTube video tonight, we want to thank these people: Stoney's RV Center, Meadowbrook Bingo Boosters, the Basic Systems, B&B Body Shop, Mortellaro McDonald's as well. If you get a chance to see any of those folks and thank them for their sponsorship of this broadcast, I'm sure it makes a difference to them, and certainly for those of you that got a chance to sit at home and enjoy it, if you did, give them a big shout out there, because we certainly do. We enjoyed being able to be here and do it for you, but it wouldn't be possible if those folks didn't step up.
And Mike McKay back at ABC
Absolutely.
World Headquarters, Adam and the Q-Man. Quentin, great job with the camera and the great action shots they gave us, and especially the makeup work that they had to do with Mark Withrow, the Big Zepper, and Jeremy Scott in Game 1. They really made them look actually a lot better than they do.
Lifelike,
yes.
Lifelike, yes.
So, that wraps things up here. What a great night of basketball as we head out. Again, we want to thank our sponsors and our servicemen and women throughout the good old U.S. of A. and the world who tune in and listen to their local schools and alma maters. And we couldn't do it without them. And again, our fine sponsors, and you for tuning in. Over 700 watch this on YRP TV, the Meadowbrook game. A lot tuned in for John Glenn game as well. And it'll be the Muskies and the Colts for a right to cut down the nets and advance to the Final Four. Well, for Mike McKay, Adam, the Q-Man, and BK, I'm merely Tom Strasser wishing everyone a good night. Final score, Meadowbrook 60, Fairland 57. Good night, everyone.
Meadowbrook High School Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Stoney's RV Center, Meadowbrook Bingo Boosters, Basic Systems, B&B Body Shop and Towing, and Mortal Arrow McDonald's. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.